Hey everyone, Happy New Year. Wow, can believe it's already in 2026 already. Welcome to SafePal's New Year live stream. Just drop a hi in the chat if you're here. I'm Ash, your host for today. Super excited to meet you guys again in 2026. First, a special New Year shout out to our amazing CEO and co-founder, Veronica. How's everything going?
Hey Ash, good to be here. Can't believe it's December. Oh my, like it's like 2026. Like everything happened a week ago. It's like from last year. And
Mm,
this is our end of the year session. It's can't believe time flies. A lot of
or
stuff to
beginning of the New Year session.
Yes, yes.
For joining
Very
us tonight. Yeah, super excited.
everyone. Thank you for popping in. I see all your comments. Hi, I saw you saying hi, Happy New Year. The same to you. Likewise. Thank you for joining the episode today.
Okay, let's dive into. First up, we'll look back at SafePal's key highlights from 2025, and after that, I will be asking Veronica a few prepared questions, and followed by a few questions selected from our community, and we will also take some of the best live questions from everyone watching right now. And you might have known that we will select all the selected question will win as some exclusive SafePal merch. It can be multi-wallet cases, badges, teas, and you name it. So what are you waiting for? Just drop your questions in the chat. To get started, we prepared a short but very exciting 2025 annual recap video for SafePal, and let's watch it together. You're gonna love it. Wow. What a year. 2025 was epic. We saw a lot of growth, new features, and so much love from our amazing community. Thank you for being part of this journey. And now there were a few highlights in the video that I think deserve their own spotlight. So we'll walk them through one by one. First up, we have the EAL6 Plus chipset upgrade. That's definitely a huge level up for SafePal hardware security. And next up, we have integrating the PerpDex provider, Aster, and Hyperliquid. They brought perpetual future trading right into the SafePal app, so there's no more jumping between platforms from now. All right, next one. We also have our SafePal Earn revamped. We refreshed the UI of our Earn tab with a consolidation of all the earning partners to offer a more smooth and seamless experience for users. Coming next, we also expanded our SafePal MasterCard service coverage, more countries, more spending powers, and turning cryptos into real world purchases. It just makes the crypto spending easier. And finally, we also have a lot of things coming next. We are just continue to developing as a CeFi and DeFi hub, and we also deepening the partnership, and also we put in a lot of localized effort. Meanwhile, we're also enhancing SFP tokenomics and real world utility. Veronica, I would love to hear your comments on it. Is there any one or a few moments or a milestone that you find most meaningful for 2025?
First of all, thank you for the amazing video. That definitely blew my mind. It's I can't believe that we have achieved so many milestones in the last 12 months. It's unbelievable. I do believe that 2025 has been more challenging for most of the Web3 builders, especially when we are seeing all of the clouds and short-term hypes and speculations washing off. We are seeing long-term visions popping up, and we are seeing those builders and teams with a long-term um, 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 resolution, delivering quality products. And this is definitely putting more pressure on wallet providers, and definitely giving us more confidence since we have been a long-term builder since 2018. I think most of these features are very relevant to our SafePal community, and especially those day-to-day users. The thinking process of building these features for 2025 will be surrounding two things. The first one is building for long-term usability. So features like gas station, features like Tron energy rental, features like MasterCard bringing to different countries, etc. These are here long term to stay, and they are very relevant to the users. And the second perspective is that it's more financial relevance. Financial relevance means that SafePal is gradually becoming not just a wallet tool for key management, but also becoming a financial product for your day-to-day usage, for your day-to-day securing, managing, growing your digital assets. So we are seeing the PubDex integration. We are seeing the CES trading mini program integration. We are also seeing the Earn giving a completely new interface, and etc etc. So everything is behind these two thinking kind of logic, with one foundation, which is security. Because for us, like, trust is the only product that we need to build as SafePal. So
Mhm.
it takes time. It takes commitment. It takes a long-term building process and delivery. So we are very proud that we have been able to keep up our products up to this industrial standard. And to this moment, we have been keeping like almost 8 years of clean track records without any severe hacks or vulnerabilities. So this is something that I'm particularly proud of for my team. So this is the solid foundation and the only foundation that we need to insist, which is the security and trust. And on top of that, we want to make our product more relevant to day-to-day users, not just about short-term kind of bringing up and then taking down, long-term to stay, really useful, practical for your day-to-day management. And secondly, more financial relevance. It means that it will be more focusing on how to amplify or how to accelerate your efficiency in managing your digital assets. So there will be many more other financial related management tools that you could find very useful being enabled in SafePal very soon in the upcoming Q1 and Q2. So this is something that I would like to share, which is the thinking process behind this feature and why we even consider bringing these. And there are so many more. So definitely looking forward to a wonderful 2026, and we have so many new things to look up to.
Mhm. Yeah, there you have it. 2025 was huge already and also secure, but 2026 is looking even more exciting and also secure. Now, maybe let's moving on to the fun Q&A part. I've got a few questions ready for Veronica, and we also picked some of the best ones from the community and from the live chat. So, and remember, every question we feature tonight wins exclusive SafePal merch. Yeah, so keep those questions coming. Drop them in a chat right now, and you might be the winner. Okay, let's start it with my questions. First one, Veronica. As 2025 wraps up, and it's actually technically we already in 2026, but well, how do you personally feel about this year? For example, looking back, did how this year change you, and how this year change your maybe your perspective to life, to work, and to everything, etc.
I think on a personal level, 2025
Mm-hmm.
is definitely demanding. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's a year that required a lot of patience, and also long-term thinking, because the industry is gradually maturing, regulations are becoming more clear, and expectations from users and communities are becoming much higher than before. These
Mm,
definitely put pressures to the team, but also, of course, all provides a sense of direction. So it's especially challenging for the team to manage, to carefully select, carefully decide which features to be planned, which new functions to be delivered, to decide which one are the more useful for users other than the others. So due to
mm,
uh, due to the limited resources, and since we are still a small team, we will have to think very clear which features are here long term to stay, and more relevant to our users, from the current industrial perspective. What I feel most positively about is definitely the quality of this process. It's definitely a rewarding process. So compared to the earlier years, earlier cycles, this year, I mean, like 2025, felt less about hype and speculations, but more about
mm,
building things that actually lasts. So this means a better infrastructure. This
mm,
means more responsible products and real users solving real problems. So this is definitely something that I'm very proud of. So this process also reinforce my belief that crypto is no longer just an experiment. I still remember 4 or 5 years ago when I attended the Token 1249 in Singapore. I saw keynote tagline like crypto and experiments or long term to stay.
mm,
But right now, I am like 100% sure that it's no longer just an experiment. It's becoming a part of the global financial system. And being able to contribute to that transition, even in a small way, is something that
mm.
am very proud of, and feeling very excited about. So this is, I believe, it's a year of very challenging, demanding, but also very rewarding for teams like us.
Mm. Yeah, I totally agree. I think the journey is just as important as the destination, and also, yeah, I totally agree with the whole transition of how crypto getting like really really close to
Yeah, in the real
into the
world,
financial, yeah, global financial system. Yeah, it's never be happier to be in this industry early.
indeed.
Yeah. Next up, question two. So when you reflect on everything SafePal have achieved in 2025, what accomplishment are you most proud of? Across all the things you worked on this year, which moments or milestone you really that really stands out to you?
Wow, it's a difficult question. Like so many flashbacks in my mind. Um, if I have to say only one thing, I think that the thing that I'm most proud of is the trust our users have placed in us, and
Mm,
how we are gradually seeing our total user base growing up, from earlier this year 20 plus million to
yeah.
now we are reaching 30 million and more.
Wow.
And this is definitely something, it's a huge trust from the community, placed in the brands. And I can't believe that we have achieved that in just less than 10 years. I mean, like for a lot of the brands, like it feels like a dream come true.
Mm,
And also I'm very proud of the team, like how the team is consistently living up to that responsibility. This is very important. So 2025 definitely not an easy year for the whole industry, not just for us. Like there are
mm,
market volatility, ups and downs, and it's more relevant to the macro environments. Like every day we have to study like what the Fed say about the global financial environment and what is the water
yeah.
temperature. We are also seeing security incidents across the ecosystem, not just wallets, but also DeFi protocols, even exchanges. And this is really scary. We are also seeing rapidly evolving regulatory landscape. These are all putting real pressure on wallet providers. And I mean, like not just on wallet providers, but all builders. So in such circumstances, like protecting user assets and like living up to this responsibility and maintaining such kind of reliability, it takes not just technology but also um, um, reasonable and scientific judgments and disciplines. at each decision point. So that's why I'm very proud that our team remained very focused and deeply long-term oriented. So we
Mhm.
chose to invest into core infrastructure, things that were just mentioned, the things that you have just shared, what we have done. We
Mhm.
have invested into security in architecture. We even prepare ourselves for future compliance readiness, even
Mhm.
though some of these efforts might not be immediately visible to users or to the market, but we are already getting prepared. So we also said no to certain opportunities that could have driven faster growth, but could introduce unnecessary risk or complexity to the infrastructure or to our platform. So this is definitely not an easy decision-making process. I'm very happy and very proud that the team is aligned, that we are
Mhm.
all for long term instead of short term spike and fast growth, other than a long term sound development. So this is something that I'm particularly proud of. I think the first one would be the trust, and second would be the team. I still do believe that trust is not a thing that you can exaggerate through slogans or features, but it's delivered through consistency over time. So, like earning that piece of trust day by day, especially in such a gradually maturing industry, is something that I'm genuinely feeling very proud of.
Mhm. Yeah, I love that. I think I almost joined SafePal for a year, and I really love the trust. It's not only for the SafePal branding image, but also the trust within SafePal team. Everyone's so caring, and I think that's trust is also how a team can grow in a long term. I think that's a key word for me for in 2025. It's a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Indeed, you made a great point. I think like something that we should be personally proud of ourselves is that we managed to do all of this in a remote culture. So
Yeah.
we can see each other. I'm also happy that we got to meet each other. We did have a team building this year. We meet
Hmm.
each other in Malaysia. We had a great offsite team building all together. Everyone came in. And we met each other. We finally can sit down for a coffee. We can sit down for a beer, for a cheer. So this
Hmm.
is a precious moment I won't forget for the whole life. But I still can't believe that like we've done all of these in a remote first culture, and we most of the time we just talk to each other through online calls, through online chats, to all kinds of materials shared with each other without seeing each other's face in the real life. So this is something that is definitely amazing, and definitely something that I have never tried before in my previous occupations or in my previous career. So this is
Hmm.
almost like magic to me. Yeah, definitely, you brought up a great point.
It's a good point. And finally, from me, from a broader industry perspective, if you had to pick a few keywords that define crypto and Web3 in 2025, what would they be? And how do you see those trends carry on in 2026 and beyond?
Wow, we're definitely seeing, I would say, like 2025 feels like a year
Hmm.
of shifting the narrative, not narrative, like shifting the tides. Like previously in
Mm.
the last seven, like since we joined crypto 2018, in the last 7 years, we have been, yes, it's a whole experiments. It's a whole experiments trying all different things like metaverse, NFT, DeFi, and many others like memes, and pubs, and we have seen so many ups and downs of different sector of the ecosystem, of different landscape. Some of them stayed, some of them kind of gradually going down with the penetration. So this is 25, I think, mark a year of mainstream adoption, if I have to put it in one word.
Mm.
Mainstream adoption in a few perspective. First of all, um, like the mass adoption of stable coins, like 100%. So stable coins are increasingly used in everyday
Mhm.
financial flows, from cross-border payments to treasury management for businesses operating across multiple jurisdictions, especially. And in some emerging markets, like such as Latam, such as Africa, they are becoming a more practical way for individuals and even small businesses to hedge their currency volatility and
Mhm.
access a dollar-dominated value. So this is definitely something that we have seen a great progress made from. The second would be like how the adoption of crypto asset has been accelerating from the financial institutions. We are seeing a lot of pilot moves into production. Like, for example, banks and asset managers, they are experimenting with tokenized deposit on-chain funds. We are hearing RWA all over the year in every conference that we went to, in every AMA and live stream that we attended. Everybody mentioned RWA, and this is actually happening. We are seeing a whole new financial infrastructure built on top of the blockchain that is not just mirroring the real life, but even accelerating and even going beyond that. So these tokenized on-chain funds and deposits and blockchain-based settlement systems, they are signaling a brand new shift from not just its exploration but already to its execution. So we are seeing license in Singapore, we are seeing license in Europe, in different places for digital token provider. They are issuing tokenized assets in not just stocks but also bonds, but also many other products onto the blockchain, and giving like building a 724 markets with a much bigger and more fluent liquidity in a global scale. So this is fascinating to see. This is definitely the biggest signal that we are seeing that the mainstream is adopting. So on top of that, like the traditional assets such as government bonds, money market funds, commodities, they are gradually being brought on chain. So these initiatives are no longer is a confined to crypto native players. So what excites us is that the target audience also shifted. So it means it's bringing up more um, verified investors. So not just verified investors on an individual level, but also regulated financial institutions. They are all actively participating. So they are using blockchain as a settlement. They're using it as a distribution layer, rather than for just speculation. So this is something that we are seeing very different from the previous years. But looking back at the crypto native perspective, I think the rise of perp stacks and the prediction market stands out. So these two categories stand out. So perp decks are demonstrating that deep liquidity and sophisticated risk management can exist on chain. So this definitely have gave us some new examples, some new guidelines, some new benchmark for how well the on-chain trading system can operate. While prediction markets are gaining attention as tools for aggregating market sentiments around real world events such as like presidential election, such as like interest rates raise or drop, like things like this, that these are real world events happening in our lives, and we are aggregating that with the market sentiment, and this is also fascinating to see, and I do believe these two categories are here long term to stay. So altogether, I feel that 2025 feels like a year where crypto is increasingly adopted, recognized, defined by utility, by real world use cases, by integration, and also real economic activity rather than just narratives alone. So I do think that 2025 marks the year of crypto turning from experiments to execution, turning from a speculation to long-term building. So this definitely is a good signal for SafePal, for us who have been building in the space for like almost 8 years, like reaching out very soon. So this is quite exciting. Definitely challenging and also rewarding for the new year to come.
Yeah, that's a lot of great insight. It's very inspiring. Thanks, Veronica, for sharing it. And all right, I think the most exciting part is coming. It's the community Q&A. We've selected a few questions from the comments on X, and we really appreciate your engagement throughout 2025. And don't forget to keep dropping your questions in chat, and we'll select some of the best ones after we finish this section. Veronica, are you ready? Are you ready to see those questions?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm also seeing some people dropping. When did Veronica came to Malaysia? September. Well, I'm based in Singapore, so I go to Malaysia all the time. I love the food there. And in our last team building, we went to Penang. We went to Penang, and it was a lovely place. I love it. I will definitely visit again. I love the durian there. So and yeah, I visit JB very often. Like it's things become more affordable in JP than Singapore. So I always go there, like at regular visits. So you could pop into me like someday, maybe in Malaysia. Like who
Yeah,
knows?
great to have all this Malaysian fun of SafePal. Okay, let's jump into the community questions. And yeah, don't forget to leave a comment for a chance to win exclusive SafePal merch. All those fancy, beautiful merches here are like out of your choice. Let's go. So first one, congrats RHTO9. He says, looking at SafePal's strong push into real-world spendability from travel cashback with the SafePal card to special 2026 Master Editions, how will you further accelerate SFP adoption as a practical utility token beyond just crypto native use?
Thank you. This is a great one. This is echoing
Yeah.
with what I just mentioned of how we build products into real world utility. SFP the same. For Q1 and Q2, we're currently working for a few listing opportunities. We're right now in discussion process to bring SFP to expose SFP to more different regions of investors, individuals and institutions. Right now, we are in conversation. To expose SFP to more potential investors. That's part one. Part two, from a utility perspective, it has always been the core of our feature. For example, SFP holders get to upgrade it to a higher level for our cards. And also SFP is right now eligible to be used for gas payment as well. So you can actually use SFP to pay for your gas for on-chain transactions. And we have cashback if you use the SafePal card to pay, and if you use SFP, there will be it will be supported for the payment, and there will be a rewards program to that as well. So as it's almost like a natural process of SFP being woven into the product building process as we gradually geared the product towards real world usability and towards real world utilities. So it's almost a natural product. So looking back in the last year, like for example, gas station and Tron energy rental, bank card, like kind of tier membership, we have all SFP utilities binded with all these features that as we gradually upgrade our products. And we are going to see SFP being deeply woven into our products, and especially as our user base continues to grow, we are seeing the SFP adoption gradually growing as well. So definitely very confident in that. Yeah, hopefully that addressed your question. Thank you. This is a great one.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, RHTO9, for your question. Next up, this one's from Nikita Creates. How does SafePal plan to leverage AI or smart automation in 2026 to improve portfolio management, risk monitoring, or on-chain decision making for everyday user? That's quite interesting
Wow,
one.
this is very forward thinking. Thank you, Nikita. This is definitely very forward thinking. You are echoing with the thoughts from our product team. We have started the conversation surrounding AI, and I think the earliest conversation that we had about AI was back in when we are still earlier this year, like no, earlier 2025 in Q1. I think we were discussing the trading bots on Telegram, like that Telegram trading bots, like the machine gun bots, and the all of these meme trading bots. A lot of them are leveraging AI algorithm and doing automatic trading. So we had the conversation was dated all the way back to late 2024 and early 2025. And we've been monitoring the progress made in AI sector, and we are always discussing how we can leverage that and then integrate it in some way to our wallet. But currently, the biggest concern is surrounding the key custody. Like if any one of you has used the Telegram bot before, if you use a Telegram trading bot, it means that you need to authorize your key, your wallet key to the bot. Either you create a brand new wallet account, you put some money in, either you pair your wallet with that Telegram bot. In either way, it means that you kind of give some control, some access control of your wallet accounts to that bot. So that means without clear visibility to the code base, without clear reliability or trust or any kind of protection or privacy policy in place, you probably have no idea like how your assets is going to be leveraged, or whether
Mm,
this bot is malicious to your harmful to your assets or not. So right now, I think the key focus debating points would be like how we can make sure that the product is still remaining transparent to the audience, transparent to the users, without with a certain kind of access control of uh, to what extent the AI bots can
mm,
manage or can access the funds in the wallet. So this is something that we feel particularly challenging. So right now we don't have a clear conclusion yet, but this is definitely a topic that we have been discussing over the time. And since AI technology evolves so fast, like on a day-to-day basis, and we don't know yet. I mean, like it's possible that in late 2026 we could see something AI related in the wallet already. I mean, currently, the first AI application that we put in would be the news podcast in the market segment. So if you ever go to the market tab in the SafePal app, you can see the daily news section empowered by social value, which is a close team working with us, and they empower these AI news feeds in the wallet. Basically, you can listen to the daily podcast. Like the AI would be featuring the news feeds based on your preference, and it will there will be an AI bot reading the news to you. If, let's say if you're doing your morning routine. So we are gradually exploring it, but first and foremost, we need to make sure that your assets stay secure. So this is a principle that cannot be compromised. So we are still debating, we're still discussing. We'll make sure we bring this to the community when we have some clear forecast. And thank you so much for bringing it up. This is definitely a very forward-thinking question. Definitely
mm.
enjoy. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to add a point. Like you said, is awesome. But and also, if you're really a AI fan, you please follow our social media because I don't know if you watched our AI videos before. Like currently, we are using AI for a lot of SafePal visuals contents. Yeah, hopefully they are intriguing and interesting to you. Yeah. Next question. Next question is from a Tonka Biff. Sorry, I hopefully I pronounced it right. Um, he said, what advice would the SafePal team give to users building long-term security habit in crypto? And will SafePal introduce more community-driven rewards campaign or governance opportunities in 2026?
This is a very practical question, and I think my answer. Sorry, I think my answer has always been remaining the same. When asked what kind of advice as a like
Mm,
a crypto wallet company CEO you would give to your community, to users who are holding assets, I think first thing is like always understand the potential risks. Like if you don't understand the risks, then you are not doing a whole grounded decision for yourself, because this is related to financial investment, and typically in traditional financial industry there will be financial investment manager giving you advice and explaining to you the complex terms, what is a bound, what is a, like, RWA, let's say. But in
mm,
crypto, you are doing this all self-learning. So that means everything, whenever you start crypto investing, you have to understand that the downside or the worst side of the crypto investment, like a thousand ways that you could lose the money. I mean, this could be a bit
mm,
scary, but this is also a responsible attitude for yourself, since you are doing financial investment for yourself. And so my advice would always be like separate your accounts for different purposes. Some of them might be for long-term holding. You could consider using a SafePal hardware wallet. We do offer diversified options. You can choose whichever type that you prefer.
mm,
And also separate the trading accounts with the earning account if possible. Like a trading accounts means that you will be exposing the accounts more frequently to, let's say, on chain trading behavior, to on chain trading dexes. DeFi protocol, let's say staking, and governance as well. More active, more on-chain active. You might even pair it with the CEX mini program as well. So this would be the most active wallet that you own. While the earning is like a semi, to my understanding, looks like a warm wallet. It means that the earning means that you have a long-term saving in it, but you are not just putting into hardware wallet. You are keeping it in the earn accounts that kind of gradually yielding and making sure that you put in a trustworthy protocol. So my first and foremost advice would be understand the risks. The second advice would be like try to separate the accounts for different purposes so that you don't put all the eggs in one basket and lose them all if you mess up. And these would be the first two principles that I would give. For the second half of the question, we would introduce more community-driven rewards campaigns, governments, opportunities in New Year. 100% definitely. We've been always doing that, even for the previous years, and we keep doing that for 2026. What we are aiming for 2026 is that we are actively looking to expand our partnership. So in the last year, you have seen our partnership with a lot of ecosystem, L1s, DeFi protocols, PubDex, prediction markets. Moving on next. And in 2026, we are going to gradually expand the partnership to RWA, and also to more traditional financial related like stablecoin initiatives, etc. Bringing the security to these communities, and bringing the awareness of self-custody to these landscape and players, and also making engaging and also community driven campaigns and rewards, because we care what you care, and we always remain user first and user focused. So definitely this is something that we have been doing, and across the team, not just from my personal perspective. I mean, the whole team is focused on building something that is relevant to the users, relevant to the community. So we try to avoid being being high on our own. Like we try to invite everyone in. We try to build something engaging. We try to make it relevant to you, other than just us sitting there celebrating ourselves. So we want this to be a celebration for everybody. So definitely 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, speaks of campaign and rewards. I want to have give you guys a quick head up. We have something huge coming. If you follow closely to our social media, that we just posted a teaser today. So it's butterfly effect. It's incoming. Yeah, stay tuned. It will review very, very soon. Yeah. Moving on to the next question. Life in Technicolor, with the rise of institutional DeFi, is SafePal planning to launch any features specifically for business or multi-sig treasury management? Yeah, I think that's a deep one.
Well, this is also very forward thinking. This is also a question that we got asked a few times from our investors, from our friends, from other founders as well. Is that like whether SafePal is planning to forward or expand into B2B business, like not just B2C. Currently, we are straight to serving retail investors other than institutions. My answer would be never say never. We've been in crypto space for so long. One thing that we always tell ourselves is that never say never, because you never know what kind of trends, you never know what kind of new opportunities that pop up that you have to grab, and that lays this foundation for your growth for the next 3 to 5 years. And we try not to write a textbook for ourselves. We try to grab the opportunities when we can. I have to say, in short term, I mean, in Q1 and Q2, probably not yet, because this is a very deep business decision thinking. It's not just about building the product itself. It's also about building the right team for it, because retail facing products and enterprise facing products, they require different team setup and skill sets. For example, in retail facing teams, you probably have a very rapid developmental progress. You have a bi-weekly system updates. You are highly focusing on the customer feedback. While for corporate clients, they might be concerned more about how compliant your system is. Is it audited? Like how trustworthy it is? Is it adopted by any other use cases already? And like the credibility remains the first. And also when it comes to retail, like user friendliness might come as the first, like how useful the product or the tool is. When it comes to corporate, it means like the credibility of could come first, and compliance as well. So it requires a different system. It requires different support system from the team, skill set from the team, and also business model design as well, like how you are delivering the value to the clients, and from what is as a perspective you are abstracting the value of that production process. So this is a very deep process. So I don't think the team is fully ready for that yet, to be very transparent
Mhm.
and honest, at least for Q1 and Q2. But looking like even further, like I can't really be sure, because like we move very fast. So if we consider some opportunity that we consider worth grabbing, worth taking up, no matter how difficult it is, we will go ahead. So these reflects in all of our previous upgrades, such as like why as a non-custodial wallet we have a CES trading program in the wallet, simply
Mhm.
because we want to make trading easier, even though it's more difficult for us to integrate it. So that makes us the first wallet doing such kind of things, and now we are seeing other wallets doing the same stuff. And a lot of these native integrations, they are all time consuming and resource consuming, but still we think it paid off, because users stay. They stay for the easiness of the product. They stay for the intuitive interface of the product. They find it so easy to pop in between different features without leaving the wallet itself. So definitely our efforts paid off. So looking further into even a longer future, I would say like never say never. So we have to say, but in the short term, not yet. Yeah.
Love the spirit. Okay, let's move on to next. This is an interesting one from John. How will SafePal differentiate itself in 2026 as wallets move towards account abstraction and chain abstraction?
Great one. I love the question picked today. These are all
Very
wonderful
deep.
questions. Very deep, yeah, very challenging, and very professional, as you can say. I'm so happy that we have such users, such deep thinking users in our community. I'm so happy that you care about us. You care how we react to these new trends. First of all, we are working on it. Account abstraction, chain abstraction. We are already having a demo and a prototype inside in our team. We are doing experiments. We are doing testing. And to see we are even doing some small rounds of beta tests, and to see how but mostly among the team members, so to see how team members as a user also reacts to such kind of UX design. So we are definitely following up with that, because something that we do believe is that key management is too difficult a process for a no-me user, and it's not realistic to expect everyone entering crypto to be
Mm,
able to become a sophisticated key manager. So it means that we have to make that key management process as seamless, as painless as possible. And account abstraction, that obviously is one of the options among many, not the only one. So we are doing experiments among different options, and I believe in Q1 we are gonna launch something soon. I can't say which direction yet, but definitely related to some to the key management, like making it easier. But previously, we have done some tries as well. Like for example, we have the Google Cloud and Apple Cloud's backup option, so you can actually back up your key to iCloud and Google Drive. Within encrypted by yourself, so that even if you lost your Google account, even if you lost your iCloud account, people cannot decrypt it without the keyword. So this is a feature that we have tried, and we have seen some users love it. They've been using it. And chain abstraction is one of it, NPC is one of it. So we are doing different experiments. So that answers I mean, part of it. The second, like how we differentiated ourselves from other competitors. I mean, the first thing first is that we are old enough. I mean, like this is definitely a good thing in crypto, and keeping 8 years of clean track records definitely makes us stand out among other competitors. It's sad to see these hacking cases happening to other wallet players,
Mhm.
to wallet competitors, and I'm feeling very lucky. I'm feeling very proud of ourselves that we still remain 8 years of clean track records. This is definitely something a very high heavy weighted trust from the community, and definitely something that make us stand out. And
Mhm.
secondly, we always keep a very fast pace in delivering the useful functions. So every 2 weeks we have a new version update. So for those who are familiar with SafePal, you definitely notice that if you don't open your SafePal app for a month, you already see two update. You are skipping two updates already. So we are keeping a bi-weekly update schedule to make sure that we are always evolving. So these kind of user focused, user driven, centered mindset is kind of driving us to deliver faster and better and quality products to the community. This is something that we are quite consistent, I have to say, like, because you have to look back at our change log, because in the help center there's a change log indicating all of these past hundreds of updates that we have released in the last 8 years. And this kind of consistency is definitely also something that might not be very obvious to newcomers to SafePal in day one, but as time goes by, you see the consistency gradually emerging and prove ourselves and prove our words. So I think these two would become the cornerstone of SafePal
Mhm.
brands, and gradually gaining weight towards our brand trust as well. So on top of that, whatever new features, whatever new upgrades, whatever new integrations, whatever new partnerships, they are only the results of these two principles. So that is how we differentiate ourselves, not just for 2026, but all across the last 8 years since 2018. And we'll keep doing that for the new year to come and even the longer journey ahead of us.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a very valuable culture that should be celebrated. Yeah.
Yeah.
I continue to next question from Acid. Lost keys remain one of the crypto's biggest adoption barriers. What is PayPal's philosophy on social recovery, MPC, or alternative recovery models without reintroducing custodial risk?
This is a little bit similar, but expand from the
Mhm.
last question, but expanding
Yeah.
it. Love it. I think I love how you order it, Ash. So, um, like I mentioned, we are already doing different kind of experiments. Social recovery, MPC, and account extraction. We are doing different kind of experiments already. We do have some demos ready, and we haven't launched it yet because we want to do some more experiments and to see like how well the users, especially those NOMI users, are going to be adjusted to this kind of UX, especially
Mm.
when we have a lot of OG users and crypto native users in the community already. And we are kind of having a discussion on how we should introduce this kind of interface without hurting the previous crypto native or the older users kind of
Mm.
user hobbies. So this is something that we are already gradually discussing. I believe in the first half of the year, Q1 and Q2, we are going to see something happening and launching something similar. Um, our philosophy is that yes, we are trying to remove the hurdle for users. So looking back, like Tron Energy Rental, gas station payment, like EIP 7702, protocol integration, all of these are directing to the same pain point, which is key management, which is like on-chain gas fee payment. So we are trying to gradually eliminate these hurdles, starting from on and off ramp. Now that we have a banking gateway to address that, and then
Mhm.
on the gas fee payment, we do have the hyper cross-chain gas station that enable you to use whatever stable coins or SFP to pay for the gas you would like across different chains. And then key management, we have the backup solution for you to manage this key. We have the cipher, which is a pretty OG manner in storing your seed phrase in a physical form, waterproof and fireproof. And coming next, we are going to have new means of key management as well. So we're gradually paving the way of these hurdles and making it easier for people to gradually adopt and use a SafePal wallet. And we are seeing progress made. So this is definitely something very encouraging for us, and definitely the direction that we will keep addressing. We started this process like about 4 or 5 years ago, when the DeFi summer came. And now we are going to keep on that process, like gradually pave the way for adoption,
Mhm.
and then like make it easier, make safer product more accessible to people. So this is something that we would carefully estimate, like you mentioned, without reinforcing custodial risks. 100%, yeah, that is the key and the essence of the debating process of the product team. Like without, how are we balancing like seamless UX without hurting, without introducing new risks now that people are becoming blamed of other stuff, like not just key management but other custodial risks. So this is something that we are kind of debating over, and we hope to bring this product to you very soon, and definitely looking forward to its launch in Q1 and Q2.
Perfect. Perfect. Let's move on to the final question from the comment. Yash, I think it's Yash, right?
It's
This
it's
one from
yes.
Yash.
Yes.
What's next for SafePal hardware wallet updates? I'm curious. Actually, I'm curious too. So just throw us some help.
We are gonna see a new product coming. Uh, so I'm not sure whether I should be doing this. Maybe the product head is gonna kill me by talking too much. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see a new product coming. I'm so happy. We have. Okay, so for those of you who might not have used a SafePal hardware wallet, or who might not know a lot details about our hardware wallets, we introduced the QR code based hardware wallets in
Mhm.
2019. And then we introduced a Bluetooth protocol, Bluetooth based hardware wallet in 2022. And earlier Q1 in this quarter, we should be introducing a new product very soon, with a bigger screen, with a touch screen, with
Mm.
with more smooth UX. Based on what protocol, I can't really mention. I'm gonna get killed if I mention that. And definitely a much kind of intuitive UX, since with a bigger screen and a touch screen. I definitely love it. I tried out the demo already. I feel it in my hands. It's still very impact, still very light and easy to carry, but it gives me the more of the premium feeling of using it,
Mm.
and it's definitely very enjoyable to use. um whether it's gonna be a color screen or not, I don't know yet. We will find out soon. I can talk about that. But definitely a very interesting. So fingers crossed. We should be seeing it end of Q1 or early Q2. So fingers crossed that we are still pushing through the process. But we don't want to rush it for the sake of timeline, because we want to make sure everything is secure and in place. We don't think this process is something that you can rush, especially when you're building a security product. You have to take every step very careful. So right now we are at the step of, we got the first sample, and we are trying it out. We are debugging. We are kind of calibrating the UX. We are kind of changing the button here and there, changing the layout bit by bit, page by page. So we are still doing all of these kind of items, preparation items, until we can push it to mass adoption. So hopefully, we are gonna see end of Q1 or early Q2. I'm very excited about that. And so that means that would bring us, and or that would mark SafePal as one of the most comprehensive wallet providers, not just in the sense of how many types of wallet that we provide, but also how many kinds of hardware wallet that we provide as well. So we try to provide it as like diversified options, suited for different audience, suited for different user preferences. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. It's very interesting process building a new
Mm.
product. Always feel excited about building something new, and imagining the comments that people would post about this product when they first see it, imagining the reviews from all of these KOL partners that we work with. Like, definitely a very, very exciting kind of future to look up to.
Yeah, can't wait for it. Even I haven't seen the demo yet, so it will be a huge surprise to everyone. Yeah, you guys ask incredible questions. And huge thanks to everyone who submitted their question in the comments. Yeah, every single one, just want to remind you guys, every single one we read out wins exclusive SafePal merch. And winners will DM you after the stream, and just stay tuned. Now it's time to dive into some awesome live questions for Veronica. Have you seen anything that you find interesting?
Yeah, I'm reading. Happy New Year, Lawrence. Oh yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year not doesn't count as a question though.
I saw a lot of comments from Rock Sar. I have two SafePal wallet, loving my latest Bluetooth SafePal wallet. Thank you. And Happy New Year, Frank. Yeah, seems a lot of greeting, like, other than questions. Um, Rash asked a few questions. I would like to. I'm like Rash. To be fair to other members, I think I will pick. I will pick one of it. Okay, let me about 11 minutes ago, Rack Sar asked, like, what, like, how to encrypt with Google accounts. I think he or she posted this question when he or she heard that I mentioned we support cloud backup. Yes, we have supported this feature a while ago. If you go to, let me check in my app, like the app gets updated every 2 weeks, so sometimes the layout got changed. But if you go to settings, let me if you go to setting in the wallet, and then you go for appearance, I think it's in a setting. Oh, it's in wallet. Okay, sorry. Ah, Oh, okay. So, on the main page of your SafePal app, if there is a drop-down menu of the list of wallet that you have used for this app, and then you can tap the three dots to the wallet that you want to backup the key for. You're gonna see an option called backup. So for that backup, you have two options. First, backup manually. So that means that you need to backup the phrase by yourself using a cipher, metal plate, or using a paper, or using whatever other means that you feel comfortable. And then you can choose to back up to iCloud or Google Drive. So this means that you can start the process of backing up your seed to your iCloud or Google Drive by setting a separate password to the file. So that means even though you lose access to your iCloud or your Google accounts, nobody can decrypt the file without the correct password. So hope that makes sense. So that is how the process works. So hopefully that answers your question. The next one, I saw Franco245
Mhm.
uh, asked a very practical question. I think limits on the Mastercard are small. When we raise them to much higher limits, at least at 10K per day, I hope so, Franco. Like, I have the same dream. I wish so. First of all, we don't get to decide. So the Mastercard, as you might know, is empowered by Fiat24, a Switzerland a financial license holder. So they would have to do the careful assessment process regarding what limits to give to different cards accounts, different tiers, to different kind of cards. So to be very honest and transparent, SafePal doesn't get to decide the process, because this is a very strict compliance process, and a very careful risk management process regarding the spending limits, and also the card limits on the Mastercards. But I will make sure to bring this feedback to them. We do have a weekly catch up with the team, so we'll bring this feedback to them. Hopefully, we can bring back an answer very soon. So that is the second one. And then scrolling. A lot of Happy New Year. Thank you. A lot of Happy New Year. And Ankit, our old friend, Ankit asked. Ankit asked a longer question. Hello. As SafePal evolves from a wallet to a full Web3 ecosystem, how will SFP be deeply integrated into daily user activity to drive real demands, not speculation, while balancing token unlocks, incentives, and long-term value for holders over the next 3 to 5 years? Great one. Thank you, Ankit. I know you care for SafePal and SFP a lot. I kind of have a feeling that you're holding SFP. Fingers crossed. But I think I did answer part of the question in previously, because previously in the previous as pre-selected questions, as somebody asked about the SFP utility, and something I can guarantee. Sorry, feeling a bit itchy in my throat today. So something I can guarantee is that SFP would become more and more useful as we build up the products. I think in 2021, when we launched the SFP token, a lot of people were asking, like, what can I do with SFP? What can I do with it? Like, what is the token utility? Like, what is the point? And now 4 years have passed, and SFP has been fully circulating on the market 100%. We are no longer we are no longer holding any SFP token locked. They are 100% unlocked, fully circulating on the market. And right now we are putting all of these features that we are building related to bank, relating to gas payment, relating to other kind of rewards programs, and etc. Associated with SFP token. And even with the new in travel booking platform partnership or integration, we have the SFP payment or enabled as well. So this is something that we keep doing in the long term, because our philosophy is that as our user base continues to grow, as our SFP relevance continues to stay, it's only a matter of time of the curve of growth of the demand of SFP token. And also, I did mention that we are looking at a few listing opportunities to expose SFP to more liquidity providers and to expose it to more qualified investors and potential investors, not just individuals but also institutions. So things like this, we are gradually building it from a demand side and also building it from the product side in both way. So this is something that we have been building along the way. Yeah, hopefully that answers the question. Ash,
Mhm.
how many chances I have for today? I see like
Do you see anything interesting? If you, uh, I just saw a new question pop up, and if
yeah, I
that,
saw a question from Ben. I'm not sure whether that is the one you mentioned.
yeah,
Yeah, that one. Hi, Happy New Year. Can we use the hardware wallets without upgrading firmware? Yes. And could you please clarify S1 Pro, is it fully open source or not? Okay, that is a good question. I'm gonna
mhm.
answer the first one first. You can use hardware wallet without upgrading the firmware, 100%. It's your own decision. The purpose of upgrading the firmware is mainly surrounding whether you want to onboard the new features that we introduced. Let's say a new chain, let's say a new coin that we supported, then it means that you have to upgrade the firmware so that you can accommodate the new asset. But if you don't if you don't bother, then yes, you can still continue using the product without upgrading. Even though we recommend regularly upgrading the firmware so that you can make sure the firmware stayed always up to date with our features, because sometimes we don't just upgrade new chains, sometimes we improve the UX, we improve the details of the firmware, and it will make your product usage much easier. Hopefully that answers the question. Second, is say S1 Pro fully open source or not? Half open source. And this is a very careful decision made by the product team, by the technical team as well. Um, First of all, I think being open source doesn't mean 100% secure. If you ever Google the news, there are a lot of open source cases where products still got hacked. If we look at the biggest technology company in on the earth, Apple, Apple is not fully open source, yet it's still iOS still remains as the most robust secure system operating on Earth. So it's a debatable question whether being fully open source is being 100% secure. And to our assessment, to our understanding, that for being fully open source doesn't guarantee 100% more secure. Open sourcing from every single bit means that you are also giving opportunities to bad actors who are mimicking your software and even building fake app and fake software that could harm your existing user base. People cannot tell whether this is a legitimate SafePal app or not when they pair it with the hardware. So we are seeing this as a double-sided sword. To be very frank, to be very straightforward, I'm not hiding it. So S1 Pro, for whatever code that is associated with key management. Let's say hardware wallet it's for two purposes. First one, key generation. You have to make sure that the key is generated in a 100% random way. S1 Pro is equipped with a true random number generator. So that means it makes sure that nobody can brutal test your key combination. So this is very critical. So first of all, the hardware wallet is for secure key generation. Second, for secure key management and storage. So this is critical, especially when you need to sign a transaction that out of the wallet. So for whatever code associated with these two parts on this S1 Pro wallet, they are open source and very verifiable. And you can go ahead and check it on our GitHub. And because this is the most essential part that we believe will be important to be open source, and then people can verify and testify whether whether the device is leaking some unnecessary information that is very private and sensitive, such as the key information. So we make sure that it doesn't happen. We make sure that the public can verify that. And other business operating logic, like for example, the PIN code, like how you design the PIN code, how you design whether I should use a camera scan, whether I should use a Bluetooth scan. These are all business logic and not associated with the key management or the key signing process itself. That these are not open source. So I'm not hiding, being very transparent. And the main reason is because first of all, being fully open source doesn't guarantee full security. This is our first philosophy, and we have seen many examples ahead of us. Open source products being hacked, open source products being hurting their users, hurting their communities. This is point one. And we are seeing the opposite examples, such as Apple and many other corporates who are not really open sourcing, but still building the most secure and robust system and ecosystem as well. So this is the point one. Point two, we make sure whatever codes that are associated with the key management and key generation, they are open source and transparent. So you can go ahead and verify it. So I hope that answers the question, Ben. And wish you a happy new year. Thank you.
Yeah,
I think
I
that's
saw a
all.
lot of I think that's all the questions from the comments. I saw a lot of people asking whether our hardware wallets is open source. I think that's a very detailed sum up from it's a really good chance. Yeah.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate you joining the episode today as well. Thank you for staying with us for like more than an hour.
Perfect. To everyone who asked questions, drop their comments. Just hang out with us. We'll make. We'll just contact you through on X or whatever channel you posted your comments. And get your contact address to get your merch shipped. So, but just stay tuned and give us a little time. We will reach out to you very soon. And before we turn off the live stream, Veronica, do you have any final words to our community member?
No, I think like we've covered everything. Like wish you a very happy new year, everyone. Thank you so much for joining the episode today. I can't wait to see you end of January for our next brand new episode for 2096.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank you,
Veronica.
Ash. Have a great
We'll
day.
be back next month. Yeah, with more news, more guests, and of course maybe more gifts. Okay, stay safe. Thank you so much for joining us today. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.